Hey everyone, this is Earl with the House of Horror, and I'm coming to you with a review of 28 Years Later. So last night, me and my wife went and watched 28 Years Later. This is a franchise that I've I've seen before, but I needed a refresher on, so I went back and watched the other two movies. I really enjoyed those. 28 Days Later was really good. I know people give 28, what is it? 28 months later. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The second one, everybody kind of gives that movie slack or gives it shit, but I can enjoy it. But so let's kind of get into 28 Years Later. So it's set 28 years after the second movie, and it's like London's pretty much quarantined. These people kind of live off in their own little village, which I think is a pretty cool aspect. Kind of living in the like olden times. We don't have technology. Things like that. Things were a lot simpler back then as well. So, Spike, the main kid in this, and his dad Jamie go out, and he shows him how to hunt the infected. Where to kill them, where to shoot them, things like that. Another pretty cool aspect that the town celebrated this kid getting to learn how to kill the infected, which I thought was a pretty interesting. It's kind of like a dad taking his kid hunting for the first time. So pretty cool scene there. This movie has some great visuals in it. I mean, some things look good, some things didn't. I mean, you could tell like certain areas were CGI, certain areas were wasn't CGI. But from what wasn't CGI, it looked really really damn good. But the gore. Let's talk about the gore because I'm a huge gore hound in my horror movies. So the gore in this, man, when the infected would just rip people's heads off and use them as like baseball bats, pretty much. I mean, they would rip the entire head off with the spinal cord still attached in it, and just use it to beat people over the head and stuff with. That was very interesting to see. That was sweet, honestly. There really wasn't that much. I mean, other than that, I mean, there was some good, gore, some good blood in this. But I was just kind of disappointed with this, honestly. Like, there was just some things in this movie that just did not need to be there, and I'm gonna talk about some of them. So let's talk about some of the things that shouldn't have been in this movie. So like the alpha infected, we did not need to see their wieners like that. That was stupid. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're naked zombies pretty much, but like you don't have to do zoom in shots of the wiener and stuff like that. That was just stupid. Took me right out of the movie when I first seen that. That did not need to be there. Another thing is the birthing scene of the infected lady that was giving birth on the train. I feel like that kind of drug on a little too long. We even seen the baby like actually being born. I mean, I'm not against seeing stuff like that, but I think in this type of environment, it's straight away from killing too much. Straight away from that scene took away from more zombie kills or more infected kills, and I guess they're zombies, but I'm more of an infected. But it took away from more story driven aspects of this to focus more on that. And why? Like that didn't really serve a purpose. You're tied down with a baby. I mean, I get it. It's like it's part of the story, but why? Because now the main characters of Spike and his mom Isla are tied down with a baby. Like you didn't need to do that. Like she could have just had the kid, and I mean, I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to believe because it's like, well, you can't really fight now because if you really think about it, Spike's mom is terminally ill. She has cancer. Spoilers. If you guys haven't seen this, there's going to be some spoilers in this. So Spike's mom has cancer. They think it's like breast cancer, brain cancer, or vice versa. But so she can't really fend for herself, and now they're tied down with a baby. Spike is going to have to take care of that baby and fight the infected. So right there, you're tied down. And they meet a Swedish soldier named Eric. He gets taken out. So now what? All you have is a bow and arrow. A bow and arrow is a close range weapon. I mean, if I was Spike in this situation, when Eric got killed, I would have took the assault rifle right there. I mean, you could have easily got off headshots from a long distance, even because in this it says you're supposed to shoot him in the head and in the neck, or even through the heart. You could have easily done that with the rifle. Just go back, pick up the rifle. Yeah, the alpha was right there, but you could have hurried up and grabbed it, threw it over your shoulder, and ran. I mean, I feel like that scene maybe show because it showed that infected woman earlier in the movie as she was pregnant, but we didn't need to see the birthing scene. That tied our characters down because, like I said, what do you do now with a baby? In this type of situation, what are you doing here? Because you're extremely tied down with this kid. And like I said, now you can't defend yourself. I mean, like I said, Spike's mom, Isla, is terminally ill. There's no way she could have fought back. Spike, a 13-year-old kid with a bow and arrow, he's only going to, I mean, like I said, a bow is a close range weapon. You're not going to hit off 100-yard shots with a bow. I mean, that was kind of a stupid aspect. Yeah, I get it. And the whole, like, these people are infected with rage. Wouldn't that woman kill Spike's mom in that situation? Yeah, she was giving birth, but, like, you're infected with rage. You're like an unstoppable mutant killer. Wouldn't she just, like, rip her throat out right there? But no, they had to do like a midwife birthing scene. That was very strange, and I felt like the mood in the theater that I was in was kind of like, oh, why are we seeing this? This is kind of dumb. And I can agree that was a very dumb scene. I did not, and I don't have nothing with birthing scenes or anything like that. But that to me took it a little too far. And that baby's probably deaf because that Eric soldier peppered off so many rounds in that train. It was unbelievable, but I feel like that he was a pretty good character. I mean, comic relief in this situation. The last act of this movie is straight away too much from the infected, I thought. I mean, you have a movie about infected, rage-filled people, okay? Your last act should focus, maybe the first couple, like, the first half of the movie, you should establish your characters in this. I mean, we didn't establish many characters. I mean, there were so many characters in this movie we didn't establish. Just the dad and the son. The dad's name is Jamie, the son is Spike. Those are the only characters that we established through this entire movie. And now that kind of took it away too. I mean, the third act strays completely away from the infected. It's too long. Like, yeah, we get it. Spike's mom has cancer. Nobody should go through that. That's a sad thing. I've lost family members to cancer. My wife, the list goes on. It's a sad cure, and I wish they could find a cure for it. I mean, it's a sad thing. I wish they could find a cure for it. I really do. But, I mean, it just drug on a little too long. Like, it's a zombie movie. We need to see more zombies being killed. Things like that. They strayed away from that a little too much in the final act of this. But the doctor in this, he was kind of strange, but he diagnosed the mom in this with having cancer. Like I said, this is spoilers, so if you guys haven't seen this, don't watch this. But he says she has like breast cancer, brain cancer, vice versa, something like that, or bone cancer, or something like that. Which, I mean, I kind of figured she had something wrong with her. And I get it, you're kind of shining light on a terrible situation that nobody should go through. No, we should all live beautiful, healthy lives, but that's, it happens. And I get it, it's a sad thing to see somebody deal with. It really, truly is. And anybody that's a cancer survivor, you're a true warrior. But that, like I said, it took away from the story, I thought. And now let's get to the ending. Because the ending of this movie was white dog shit. I mean, like, how do you explain Spike, who's only hunted these infected for like a couple of weeks, is now a master killer of these. Like, how? He hasn't had much training. He's off by his. Yeah, you could probably train yourself, but like this kid's 13 years old and he's like, I feel like the infected would just kill him. I mean, his dad showed him, but his dad didn't show him a whole lot. I mean, just how to shoot a bow and where to shoot him at. So how did he become this expert killer of these infected? I mean, it didn't explain. He's like, yeah, I just been, here by myself, blah blah blah, learning how to do different things. Like, show us how you became an expert killer of these infected. I that was dumb to me. Like, you got this 13-year-old kid by himself. I mean, how does he become this expert killer of these things? I mean, especially with the alphas running around, because in the movie you have to see they have to have a big spear that's on fire to take those big things down. And I mean, even that, like, he ain't gonna kill one of them. They're just gonna rip him to shreds. So I felt like that was another stupid aspect of this. And the total ending of this movie, where the fuck did that come from? Like, we meet Jimmy. This is spoilers also. We meet Jimmy in the beginning, and I didn't piece together until the ending that Jimmy was the guy in the beginning. I thought Jimmy was Spike's dad at first, and I was like, okay, they're kind of telling his story, which would have been kind of cool, But no, Jimmy is the little kid in the beginning of this watching the Teletubbies movie. And now we pick him up here. He's like a tracksuit wearing ninja. And he's got a whole crew of them. Where the fuck did this come from? That was the stupidest ending. Like, you could have easily ended this movie on a high note. Instead, you go this route. And then they just shake hands and the movie ends. Spoilers if you guys haven't seen this. I would go see this movie before you watch this. But just an absolute stupid fucking ending to this movie, and it should not have been there. That ending knocked this movie down tremendously. A lot of the things in this movie took me out. I mean, the opening scene, again, it felt forced. It felt too, like, clunky. Like, everybody's just kind of wandering around, like, oh, what's it going, and the whole church scene. I mean, I'm not against, that stuff, but like, it's just kind of like, that felt kind of forced too, like, the whole movie kind of, I don't know, it kind of disappointed me, honestly. Like, there were things in this that looked good. Like I said, the visuals, some of the visuals look good, but some of the visuals kind of look like shit, honestly. Like, there was a scene with Jamie and his mom walking through a field, and it just looked pixelated, kind of, unless it was the theater that I was in, but it looked very pixelated. Like, it was like, it looked like shit. And some of this movie looked like shit, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it did, or not a lot, but some of it did. But yeah, the ending of this just ruined this fucking movie. And like I said, the opening scene, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit through this. The opening scene I didn't really care for at all. So I was like, all right, I'm still gonna give this movie a chance, because I'll give any movie a chance. And I was wore out by the time this movie ended. I was like, gosh, man, like, an hour and 55 minutes went to shit. I mean, I don't know. This movie was very disappointing, I thought. And this was one of the most anticipated movies of the year. One of the most anticipated horror movies of the year. But to me, it was just very disappointing. And I wasn't really impressed. And like I said, I like this franchise. I'm not big on the whole zombie type of, I'll watch them. But like, I'm more of a slasher fan, things like that. But I don't know. I'll watch them. I will. But this, I don't know. I know there's another one coming out in about 6 months. It's called 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. And then there's one more after that. I'm not sure what the name of that one is, but I'll give both of those a chance as well. But we gotta figure something out with the whole Jimmy character, because nobody wants to see. I mean, I feel like you could have made him a better character, like a rugged, tough, badass type of guy. Like, oh, I've been living out here, secluded, kind of look like a lumberjack, something like that, something cool. But no, we get this Vanilla Ice wannabe. Like, this dude is like a Vanilla Ice ninja, and it's so stupid. Like, and they do all this dumbass karate shit. Like, it's fucking dumb. Like, they went off the rails with that ending. It was completely fucking stupid. But let me know what you guys think of this movie. I was very disappointed. Um, I I don't know. I rated it on Letterboxd 1.5 stars, and like it just disappointed me. It really did. I mean, I've been seeing kind of mixed things on this movie, so I just kind of wanted to go in here and share my opinions. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. It'll help out my channel a lot. So, like I said, I'm working with what I got right now. All I got is my phone. I'm trying to save up for my equipment. So just bear with me. But yeah, that's my honest review of 28 years later. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.